Hello everyone, this is Vinayak Prasad. We are going to start with the physics paper of MH board. That is, this paper will be of the last examination only. So whatever be the question that we have seen that in the last examination came, that we are going to discuss here. So this is from the physics part. See, we are going to see the first the marks distribution year wise. 2020 gravitation 5 marks. 21 3 marks, 22 5 marks, 23 5 marks and 24 again 5 marks, right. Now effect of electric current 7 5 8 7 7. So we can see heat 6 5 5 4 5. Now refraction of light, we can see that 3 marks questions were there in 2020 and 24 7 marks questions were there. Lenses, that is what 6 6 5 6 6, good weightage of lenses we can see here. And space missions, that is what 5 5 5 4 5. So there is maximum 5 marks question has been asked in the previous exam. Now we can see this in the chat format also. So these are the year, that is 2020 to 24. We can see how the questions has been asked and how the marks has been distributed. Now very first question is what is free fall and when it is possible. In classical mechanics, the free fall is when gravity is the only force acting on an object, right. So if gravity is only working, then it is called as what? Free fall. Now next is what? An object is in free fall when gravity is the only force acting on it. It is only moving up and down. So it is what? When it is, let's suppose if we are throwing anything from here, the gravity is the force, there is a force that the earth is having, that is what? Gravitational force, or we can say gravity, that is what? That will pull the objects towards its towards the earth. Now, and that will be a case of what? Free fall. The acceleration of an object in free fall is constant and it is known as what? Gravitational acceleration. Now next is what? Observe the figure and answer the question. State Newton's universal law of gravitation. We can see here m1 is there, m2 is there, and the distance between these two masses is what? D. So state Newton's universal law of gravitation. Universal law of gravitation is what? F is directly proportional to m1 and m2 and inversely proportional to the d square, that is distance square, right. If the distance between the two bodies is tripled, how will the gravitational force between them change? That we will be seeing. What will happen to the gravitational force if the mass of one of the object is doubled? If mass will double, then the force will change and that force will be in increasing manner. And if the distance will increase, then the force will decrease. So we can see here, according to Newton's universal law of gravitation theory, every object in the universe attracts every object with a definite force, and that is what? F is directly proportional to m1 m2, right. This force is directly proportional to the product of the masses of the two objects and is inversely proportional to the square of the distance, inversely proportional to the square of their distance d2, right. Now there will be a constant, that is what? G will be there. That proportionality signs, for proportionality sign we will use what? G, gravitational constant, gravitational universal constant. Now the above figure shows the object with masses m1 and m2 kept at a distance d from each other. Mathematical, the gravitational force of attraction between the two bodies can be written what? F equals to G m1 m2 upon d square. So that we have seen, F is directly proportional to m1 into m2 upon d square, and this G is what? Universal gravitational constant. This is what? Constant, right. Now so G is constant of proportionality and it is called universal gravitational constant. Now in the B part, it has been asked what? If the distance between the bodies is tripled, so D is tripled. So D is now 3D by the fact, so between them the gravitational force between them would be increased by a factor of 9. Since why factor of 9? Because it will be squared. So 3 3 3, the square of 3 will be what? 9. So distance, because F is equals to G m1 m2 upon d square, and d is what? Now d is, in the second case, d will be what? 3d. So 3d, the square of 3d will be what? So we can write the factor 3 will be, the square of 3 will be what? 9. So it will be a factor of 9. So since force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance, this is because according to the law of gravitation, F is inversely proportional to 1 upon d square, or we can say F is inversely proportional to d square. So it becomes 3d. Now 3d becomes what? 9d square. So F equals to what? F will be equals to what? G m1 m2 upon 9d square, because 3 square will be what? That is 9. Now see, if the mass of one of the object is doubled, the gravitational force between them will also double, because if the mass of one of the object is doubled, so m1, so if we are having what? F equals to G m1 m2 upon d square, if mass of one object will be what? 2m, so it will also increase the force, that is what? Because force is directly proportional. So this will also be doubled. So now it has been, this is because the force is directly proportional to the masses of the object. So F is directly proportional to m1 or f2 or m2, which means m1 becomes 2m1 now. So we have written 2g m1 m2 upon d square. Next question is what? Give reason for the following statement. Tungsten metal is used to make a solenoid type coil in an electric bulb. Why it is used? Solenoid coil bulb, because the resistivity is high, and the next is what? Tungsten is used to make filament of electrical bulb because of what? High melting point and resistivity. The tungsten is having what? High melting point as well as high resistivity. High melting point means what? When the current passes through the filament, it heats up and glows without melting. This allows the filament to reach a high temperature which produces more light. High resistivity, tungsten does not burn easily at room temperature. Now next is what? Identify the figure and explain its uses. What are these? This is North Pole, South, and we have to see that what are the figures is having. Now see here, it is an AC generator or alternating current generator that connects mechanical energy into electrical energy in the form of electric current, alternating current. Now it has many uses including power appliances such as bicycles, electric scooter, microwaves and sailboats, and converting high pressure gas energy in gas streams into mechanical energy, which could generate electricity through a AC generator. Now next is what? What is a solenoid? Draw a neat and diagram, name its various components. So what is solenoids? We are knowing that what are solenoids. See here. So we have to just write the definition of solenoid. Solenoid is what? A solenoid is a long coil of wire that produces a magnetic field in an when an electric current passes through it. A solenoid is a type of electromagnet made up of long helical coil of wire that produces a control magnetic field, that you have to write like this in your board exam. Now this is a figure that we can see, that is of what? Solenoid. The solenoid, the coil is wrapped around the rod shaped form made of iron, steel or powdered iron. So the magnetic field lines we can see here, and inside the solenoid there will be what? There will be a parallel lines, magnetic lines will be there, right? The SI unit of heat is what? That is joule. Now write the use of calorimeter. What is the use of calorimeter? It is used to measure the temperature. Now as it is a one mark question, So we can use what? The specific heat of an object can be measured using the mixture method where calorimeter is used, or you can directly write what it is used to measure the temperature, right? Next question. Observe the following graph and answer the following questions. The first one is what? The graph is between what? You can see here ice, water, that is, and time, and boiling water and vapor. There is a graph between what? Time and water and degree Celsius. See here, time and degree Celsius, change in temperature and time is given in this graph. What does the graph represent? What does the line AB represents? Right? AB represents. What does the line BC represents? Right? Actually, this is B, guys. So, what does the graph represent? See here, what does the graph represent? In which there is a change in the temperature is there. So, we can see there is what? The graph represents the latent heat of phase transformation. It represents the heating curve of water. It shows what? Change in the temperature as heat is added over the time, leading to phase change from solid ice to a liquid water or gas vapor. So, we can write like this. Now, as this is a 3-mark question, we have to write in a statement form. Now, second part is what? The line AB represents the phase change from solid ice to a liquid ice. You can see here, from solid ice to a liquid ice. So, here it is what? At 0 degree Celsius, the water is what? In the ice form, that is solid, and after. So, line AB represents phase change from solid ice to liquid ice. During the phase, the temperature remains constant at 0 degree Celsius. The ice melts, which is the normal melting point. Now, the line BC represents the heating of the liquid water. During this, the phase, the temperature of the water increases from 0 degree Celsius to 100 degree Celsius. So, we can see here, this is the BC line. So, over the period of time, the temperature is increasing, and it becomes from ice to boiling water, then it is changing to vapor as well. So, this is a very easy question. The line BC represents the heating of the liquid water. During this phase, the temperature of water increases from 0 degree Celsius to 100 degree Celsius. Now, next is what? We can see the sun even when it is little below the horizon because of refraction of light. We have seen these things, refraction of light. Reflection is something different. Reflection means what? Here this phenomena, refraction formula will be used for this question. We can see even because the early rise of sun, when sun before coming to the actual light, we are seeing the red color of the sun. That is also the phenomena from the refraction of the light. Even after the sunset, the red color of the sun is due to the refraction of the light, right? Twinkling of a star is also a phenomenon due to refraction only. The sun can be seen even when it is slightly below the horizon because of refraction of light. The sun's light travels in a straight line until it enters the Earth's atmosphere. Next is what? Column A, refractive index of water, that is what? 1.33. Now, we have to solve what? The focal length of a convex lens is 20 centimeter. What is its power? So, focal length has been given to you, that is convex lens 20 centimeter, and we know that power is what? 1 upon f. So, what will be that? 1 upon 20 centimeter, you will get what? You will get the power. So, focal length, convex lens. So, 1 upon power of lens will be equals to what? 1 upon focal length. So, that is what? That has been given in centimeter, that you have to convert into the standard unit, that is what? Meter. So, that will be 0.2 meter. Now, that will be equals to what? 1 upon 0.2, and you can convert this 0.2, that is what? 1 upon 0.2. So, we can write here, this point we can see, we can write here 10 upon 2, because here there is what? Decimal is there, so we can write like this. So, it will be what? 5D. So, D is the diopter unit of power. Now, next question is what? Observe the given diagram and answer the question. So this is what basically the dispersion of light is there, and the maximum dispersion we can see where the maximum deviation will be of violet color and minimum will be of what? A red color, that is red color, right? Now, when the sunlight is passes through this prism, we are getting what? This Waveguard color light, that is 7 color of light, that is Waveguard. Now see here, what is the first question here? Name the process shown in the figure, name the color that deviates most, that I have told you, that is what? Violet. Name the color that deviates least, red. Name any one phenomena in the nature which is based on the above process that we will be seeing here. Now, the process shown in the figure is called dispersion of light. First part. Second part is what? The color of the color that deviates the most is violet. The color that deviates the least is what? Red. One natural phenomenon based on this process is the formation of rainbow, and the last option is what? A spectrum is defined as the band of colors produced when light is dispersed by a prism.